Today is Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. It's 4:03 p.m. and I'm calling the criminals at Lapeer County, Michigan Circuit Court.
You've reached the 40th Circuit Court for Lapeer County. If you know your party's extension, press 4 to be transferred to Judge NOLAN'S criminal docket clerk. Press Circuit Court.
Hi, ma'am. I'm calling about, I'm having problems. I'm not getting any notices of court from your office. Hello?
Are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm not getting any notices of court, and I haven't got any notices for the last 2 years.
Okay. What is your last name? Okay.
Not the case number?
What is your first name? Okay, what's the case number?
2013 Frank H. like Harry.
Okay. So it looks like you were due for sentencing on November 20th of 2023, and you failed to appear, so a bench warrant was issued.
Right, and I never got notice of anything, and I never got ma'am, I'm being sabotaged by your office. You haven't sent me any notices in the last 2 years. Nothing. I've got 2 paper notices.
Richard?
Yes.
Richard?
Yes. Ma'am, he found me guilty, and he suppressed all my evidence. I have a right to a mistrial. What I'm telling you is he never sent me any notices. If he sentenced me, where is that notice? I haven't gotten any notices from your department in the last 2 years. I want all paper notices.
Richard?
Yes.
Let me talk, please.
Okay. Is this Melissa?
No.
Oh, okay. Melissa's a nice person. I really like her.
Okay, well, you were found guilty by a jury trial.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't, because he suppressed all my evidence, and I have a right to a mistrial. And that
okay.
Ma'am, I know. All I want, ma'am, he sentenced me. I want all documentation for the last 2 years. And the thing that I want, that my court-appointed assistant, Megan Stammel, has been promising me. First of all, she said that she was going to order a mistrial in August, and she never did. Then she said she was going to do it in September. Then her husband told me, because she stopped talking to me, she's afraid of me. That's what her husband told me in December. She's afraid of me, but she will order a mistrial. And that's all I've been getting from your department. The only reason he won is because he suppressed all my evidence. That's illegal, ma'am. And all I'm asking you is, I never got and when I met with him in March, he said I gave him 47 witnesses and 266 evidence videos, and he said we will meet. He said we don't have time to do this, and we'll have to postpone it until April or until August. That was he said, to be able to do this right, I'll postpone it until August, and then we'll set a date before the hearing, before the trial, and we'll go through all your list, and we'll decide together what's fair. And instead of doing that, and I agreed to that, and instead of doing that, what I got was my court-appointed assistant, Megan Stammel, told me a week before trial he's not allowing any evidence and no witnesses. And I've been asking for that document ever since, and no one will send it to me. You've been suppressing. You're not a legal court. I caught the judge and the prosecutor suppressing evidence, and I have to take it to a different court. But what I need is all your documentation. How could do you show me a notice that he ever sent me of what his case, what the case was all about when he sent? Did you show me any evidence that he sent me any paper notices in the last 2 years? Because the only thing that I've got, ma'am, is I've got one, and this is real funny. This was a certified mail, and it was sent by John Miller, and it was sent on September 5th, 2023, which was a month after the trial, and that was evidence that I asked him for in June of 2021 of the officer's fake injuries and because I wanted to have an expert analyze them. So what he did is he suppressed all of those pictures, and he sent them to me a month after the trial. That's suppression, and you can see it right there, ma'am. Now what I'm asking for is all paper notices, because I haven't gotten anything. I've got two notices, two paper notices. One is that one, and the other one was dated on March 22nd, and that had to do with me taking videos without his permission. That's the only two paper documents that I got from your court. Now, if you find somebody guilty, especially of a felony, don't you send them some kind of notice and tell them what's going on? You haven't sent me anything. What your office has done is sabotage me any way possible because you knew you couldn't win. John Miller suppressed a video when I showed it to him when I first met him in January of 2020. I showed him a video of Elmont police officer Laura Black trying to help me, and when he saw that video, he got mad, and he said, "I can't believe this," and he made me an offer. He said, "I'll make this case disappear if you can move out of Michigan." And I was going to take his deal, but I had a problem with a Secretary of State judge that was giving me problems trying to get my license so I could move out of state. And John told me, he said, I'll make this case disappear, but you got to go. And I couldn't do it. So after that, John Miller turned ugly on me and made it impossible to win this case. Wasn't a case. I was in a medical emergency. They all knew it, and you're incapable of committing a felony if you're in a medical emergency. I have to fight it in another court, ma'am. But all I'm asking you for is give me all the documents that I was legally entitled to.
Okay, so any documents that you want will be $1 a page.
Ma'am, you never sent it the first time. You send me everything that you were supposed to send me the first time. You screwed up, not me.
Richard, don't talk to me like that, okay?
You know what? Don't talk to me like that, ma'am. You're trying to act like you're an honest court, and they suppressed all my evidence. I had
Richard, when you have an attorney, all paperwork.
I don't have an attorney. My attorney. I have a right to an attorney, and I'm asking you for a new one because Megan Stammel has refused to talk to me since last August. And yet she's still on the case, and yet she was supposed to have this thing overturned, and she was supposed to have done that last August. And she kept promising me that she was going to do it, and she never did. Then her husband said that he was going to have her do it, and that was in December. Then I called back in January. And ma'am, this has nothing to do with me. This has to do with your broken government. You're not a fair and honest court. And I caught the judge and the prosecutor suppressing evidence. Now I can't fight them in your court. I got to fight it in another court. But you have to give me you show me where you sent me paper notices, and if you didn't send them, and I'm not paying for them.
What notices are you requesting?
Everything that you were supposed to send but didn't. I mean, I keep telling you, the judge found me guilty. He should have sent me some kind of paper, right? Show me where he did. Show me anything that he sent me in the last 2 years. Because I went back in went back in my postal mail. I went back 2 years before Judge Nolan ever arrived on the scene, and I found in 2 years.
After you're found guilty of a jury trial, the only thing we found out is a notice to appear for sentencing.
And I never got it. Do you show that you sent it?
The notice to appear went to your attorney.
To where?
To your attorney.
Yeah, the one that's sabotaging me, the one that hasn't done anything since August. I'm telling you, I need a new attorney. This thing is still open. This is not a closed case. I caught the judge and the prosecutor suppressing Laura Black's video. I would have won that case. And then there was two others that he refused to let me show. I had a call that I made to the 911 the day before my false arrest on 9/18 on September 8th, 2019. The day before, I called Lapeer 911 begging for water and protection from the Elmont police, and I got a recording of that. Then I made a call to the Human Development Commission, and I said the same thing. I need water. I've been out of water for over 5 days, and I'm delusional, and I want protection against the Elmont police. And Judge Nolan and Prosecutor Miller suppressed suppressed the video and those 2 calls. And if I would, all they did was they took my video of my arrest, and it showed where I was delusional. I was without water for over 5 days. Do you know that you become delusional after that? Have you ever gone 5 days without water?
I have not.
Okay, you become, honest to God, you become delusional. And that's what I was. I was delusional. But if I would have played those 2 videos of those 2 calls, begging for help and begging for water, and showing that Elmont Sergeant Laura Black tried to help me. She was going to take me. I had a warrant out for my arrest because in Lapeer in Macomb County, because I failed to appear to a hearing because of this court-appointed attorney gave me the wrong date. So I had a warrant for my arrest. I told her all about my right to transportation to access public services, and that includes court. And that's a federal and state Americans with Disabilities Rights Act. And I said the same thing to Judge Nolan, and he ignored it. I sent a video, and I gave it to Megan Stamel. I said, this is a video from Adult Protective Services explaining I have the right to transportation to court. And I said, show it to Judge Nolan, and he can't put a warrant for my arrest if he can't provide transportation. I'm 3.5 hours away now, but he did it anyway because he's not an honest judge. So what I'm asking for is everything that you should have sent me, but didn't, because I haven't received anything besides 2 letters. Are you going to suppress that too? I don't know what he sentenced me for. I have no idea. You sent it to the saboteur that I want a new attorney for. This woman didn't do anything. She did this on purpose.
Richard, you have not been sentenced yet. You failed to appear.
I'm not going to be sentenced. I'm not going to be sentenced by a judge that suppresses all my evidence. I'm not going to do it.
Well, you keep saying that you don't know what you were sentenced to. You have not been sentenced.
Ma'am, I'm asking for you to send me the same document that Megan Stamel got. She got it, but I didn't.
Okay.
Why can't?
Do you have access to email?
Yes.
Can you submit what documents you're requesting to me via email, and then I can respond back and email the documents to you?
Ma'am, I don't know what documents I don't know what all you were supposed to send me. I'm telling you that I haven't gotten any paper notices in 2 years. The only thing that I got is I got on March 22nd, I got a notice because I recorded in court and I got in trouble for that. And then on September 5th, 2023, John Miller sent me this was evidence crucial to my defense that he suppressed, and sent it a month later. There's proof that the prosecutor suppressed evidence that's crucial to my defense. There's proof.
Okay, well, I'm not sure exactly what documents you are requesting.
Ma'am, I'm asking you for everything that should have been sent that wasn't sent. You sent it to my lawyer. She wasn't my attorney. I've been my attorney since 2020, and I've gone through this. She was my 3rd court-appointed saboteur that blew up this case. It was never hers. You should have sent it to me. How did this get screwed up in the first place? That was Nolan's fault because he listed her. This went on right from the start. You had her listed as my attorney, and she's never been my attorney. She was my court-appointed assistant. So you should have never sent it to her in the first place, and she didn't bother sending it to me or even notifying me of it. And then what happened is the deal that I had with Nolan, I thought was pretty good. He said, hey, look, we can't go through all this and get it done in time, and to do it right, I'll drag it on until August, and we'll meet ahead of time and verify everything. And I thought that was great because that way we'd talk it out. But instead, all he did was, I got a notice a week before court from Megan Stamel, a verbal phone call. Hey, he's not going to allow you to have any witnesses or any evidence. That's all I got. And then I walked into court, and I had a chip on my shoulder, and I wasn't giving him any respect. And then when I had my right to stand up and give my opening speech, I said something like, I had 47 witnesses and 266 evidence videos, but at the last minute, Judge Nolan said I couldn't show you. And he flipped out, and he shut it all down. It was all the truth. Everything I said was the truth, but he shut everything down. He said, you cannot talk, and if you talk, you will be arrested. And I got wrestled by 6 jail guards. They threw me in a room, and they swore, they said, if you'd say one word, you were going to throw you in jail. And then Megan Stamel, who knew nothing about my case, she never learned. She had 6 months to learn everything about my case. She didn't know what my evidence was going to be, and she just walked in there and blew the whole thing up. And I was sitting there, but I couldn't say one word in my defense. And then what they did is I was trying to walk out. And the judge, they said, "Oh, you look like you need help, and we're going to call an EMT." And I said, "No, I want to leave. I want to leave. Please let me leave." And they said, "No, we're going to have an EMT." So they brought in an EMT, and then they said, "Well, we're going to have to take you to the hospital." And I said, "No, I don't want it. You have no right to do that." And they did it anyway, and they kept me for 5 days. And then when I went home, I found my 2 cats got out, and I found them later. One was dead on the highway, and the other one was gone for good. And I got so stressed out, I had a stroke, and I've been struggling to recover ever since. But I am not guilty of anything. I'm not going to be let criminals punish me, and I'm going to fight this every way I can. And I need any documentation that he should have sent me. What would he have sent? What would he have sent me? What should he have sent me since the last 2 years? Give me everything that I should have gotten in the last 2 years that supposedly went. And why you tell me why they went to Megan Stamel? You know how many times I argued about that? I said, she's not my attorney. Don't send it to her. That was your fault, not your fault. But you see what I'm saying?
I do. I'm sorry to hear about your health, Richard. But if you can send me an email just letting me know, I mean, even if you just say I'm requesting all documents within the last 2 years.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
I can respond to your email and I can scan all the documents over to you, okay?
That's perfect. What's your name?
My name's Chris.
Hi, Chris. Okay, that's cool. I'll do that. I'll. What do I? Do you have how do you want me to get a hold of you?
It's going to be 40th Circuit Court. So it's 40th Circuit Court at lapeercounty.org.
Okay, court at lapeercounty.org. And then just attention, Chris?
Sure.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep, that works.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that, and that's all I'm asking for, Chris. Just send me what I'm supposed to. And I'm sorry if I'm not trying to jump on you, but I got railroaded, and it had nothing to do with you. So,
all right, just send me that email, and I'll try to get the documents over to you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You
Bye.
too. Bye-bye. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. It's 11:43 a.m., and I'm calling my third court-appointed legal assistant, saboteur, Megan Stamel, who all of a sudden is incognito.
You've reached attorneys Jacob Stamel and Megan Stamel at Stamel Law PLLC. No one is available to take your call at this time. Please leave a message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.
Yes, Megan, today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. It's 11:44 a.m. I've been trying to reach you for the last 2 months, and I've been asking you for a mistrial or dismissal for the last 2 months, and you've been ignoring me. I asked you to send me full-size copies of a March 3rd or March 5th or March 9th notice that I couldn't show my evidence videos at trial. You sent me a small copy that I can hardly read, and I've asked you over and over again for a copy of that, and you refused to give it to me. Both you and Judge Nolan botched my case by refusing my 266 evidence videos or any of my 47 witnesses, including Almont Police Sergeant Laura Black, who tried to help me in trial. That's a mistrial. Either file for a mistrial or dismissal today. I was ticketed for a revoked license by a Michigan State police officer who stopped me on. I don't know what happened. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. It's 12:19 p.m. I'm calling my Lapeer County third court-appointed legal assistant, Megan Stamel. I just called earlier, and halfway through my message, her voicemail cut me off, so I have to call back. She's been avoiding me. My third court-appointed legal saboteur, helping botch my case.
You've reached attorneys Jacob Stamel and Megan Stamel at Stamel Law PLLC. No one is available to take your call at this time. Please leave a message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.
Hi, Megan. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. It's 12:21 p.m. I called earlier, and your voicemail cut me off. You need to call me today. Both you and Judge Nolan botched my case by refusing my 266 evidence videos or any of my 47 witnesses, including Elmont Police Sergeant Laura Black, who tried to help me. If I would have been able to call her, I would have won my case. That's a mistrial. Either file for a mistrial or dismissal today. I've been a victim of malicious prosecution. I was ticketed for a revoked license by a Michigan State police officer who stalked me on 8/1/23, opening day of my trial. He had no way of knowing me. He was watching out for me. That's a conspiracy. I've been sabotaged by 2 Secretary of State judges to destroy my Lapeer case and cover up $65,000 felony Social Security fraud by Lapeer DHHS Supervisor Rhonda Lansing. Well, got a little bit more of my conversation of my trying to get a hold of her, recorded on her voicemail. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. It's 12:39 p.m. and this is my third call to my third court-appointed legal assistant for the county of Lapeer County, Michigan, Megan Stammel. Her voicemail just keeps cutting me off.
You've reached attorneys Jacob Stammel and Megan Stammel at Stammel Law PLLC. No one is available to take your call at this time. Please leave a message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day.
Hi, Megan. This is my third try of leaving you a message today. I keep getting cut off by your answering machine. It's Wednesday, 12/13/23. It's 12:41 p.m. And I need to know, do I have a warrant for my arrest? And if so, why? I never got any notice. I have proof because I get daily pictures of all my mail by the post office. That's a conspiracy. I can't walk out of my house. I can't work. I can't get food or medical needs for no crime. I have to go to Bay City Hospital for a heart test, but I have no transportation to get there. You and Judge Nolan made it impossible for me to travel again. Judge Nolan has a duty to report corrupt Secretary of State Judge Brian Longman, who made it impossible to attend Nolan's hearings, but he's using it against me instead. If you don't want to be my court-appointed legal assistant anymore, then take yourself off my case today and get me a new assistant. I'm a victim of... Well, I got a little bit more in. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. It's 12:48 p.m. I'm calling my third Lapeer County, Michigan, court-appointed legal assistant, Megan Stammel, for the fourth time. Her voicemail answering service sucks and keeps cutting me off. Today is Wednesday, December 13th, 2023. It's 12:55 p.m. and this is my fifth call to my Lapeer County, Michigan, court-appointed legal assistant, Megan Stammel, whose voicemail sucks. It keeps cutting me off.
Stammel Law.
Hello?
Yes, this is Jacob Stammel at Stammel Law.
Hi, Jacob. This is Rick. To reach your wife for the last week, and she's refusing to respond to me. I have no idea what's going on, but she's setting me up with Lapeer County, and I need to talk with her. I contacted you, and
Mr. Schwartz, if I may, unfortunately, I take issue with you saying that my partner is working with Lapeer County. I mean, that is absolutely outrageous. We just tried a case in that court where we fought tooth and nail for our client to get him acquitted, and we did. I think this is really inappropriate to make those allegations. She has worked exceptionally hard on your case, and I've read some of the messages that you've sent her, and they're outrageous, frankly. And I think that you should really think about how hard she has fought for you from the beginning of this case.
The thing that you don't understand, Jacob, is that I had a right to act as my own attorney, and Judge Nolan, when he was assigned my case in March, he sent a document to your wife saying that he's rejecting all of my 266 evidence videos and 47 witnesses because I am not.
And I did review that this morning. I reviewed those this morning. I reviewed the orders that you're referring to.
Right.
And while I understand that you do have a right to represent yourself, I absolutely agree with you. And I realize that the court, with its discretion, in a way, stepped on your toes and required Megan to try the case at the last minute when you wanted to try it yourself, and perhaps under those circumstances, cross-examination was not what you were hoping for because he excluded all of your evidence. But what you need to understand, Mr. Schwartz, is that in order to bring that in order for you to get justice on how you feel that you've been reviewed,
is a mistrial.
You have to go through the appellate. In the appellate process, you are close to that stage in the case. I reviewed the case.
I'm entitled to a mistrial right now because I can't. I'm stuck in my house. I've been sabotaged, and this is a conspiracy between the Lapeer County, who's getting help by the Secretary of State criminal judge Brian Longman, and I've given evidence to that effect. I can't drive my car. I can't get to your court, and somehow Megan, and I have a warrant for my arrest. I have no idea why. No one ever sent me any notice.
I will explain to you why. I'm going to explain to you why there's a warrant for your arrest right now.
Why can't I speak to Megan?
Because you've been cussing her out over text message and on voice.
I haven't been cussing her out. I've been perfectly professional. I need to get things resolved. Tell me why I can't get a mistrial. I've been asking her for 2 months. I had a right to. I had a right to have this dismissed. I had a right to have this dismissed.
She has made those motions for you. You are going to look. You and I both know. That the court is not going to be in this case.
It's going to be what? I'm sorry. What did you just say? It's not going to be what?
The court is not going to help you and tell you that there was something wrong with the trial and mistry the case, issue a mistrial order when the court already made all of the decisions that you think are the basis for a mistrial. So ultimately, your remedy is to go through.
I'm not following you. I can't get things done.
Who issued the orders that you think is going to be the basis for a mistrial? That he's not going to issue an order saying that he was wrong. So
why? He's a judge. He's supposed to be an impartial judge. He's supposed to
remedy.
Yeah, I've got
your remedy
is what going to appeal. How am I can't even walk out of my house because I don't know if I have a warrant for my arrest. Megan told me something in the middle of me battling the Secretary of State. Megan sent me some kind of message that I was due in court for a Zoom hearing that I never got any message of. I have proof that I didn't get a notice of any court hearings, and she sent me this message after this hearing saying that I didn't appear. And there's another
Megan.
No, that I was in the middle with a battle with the probation officer, Megan Shepard, who she demanded that I file her a report, and I told her, I said, I'm too busy writing a 118-page document to the Secretary of State so I could get my license back so I could drive to his court. And I said, as soon as I get that done, I'll fill out all your paperwork and we can have our hearing. And I did that, and I got everything done, and we had our hearing. And I never, if they swore out a warrant after that, I never got notice of it. I thought we resolved that. I did exactly what I was supposed to do. I'm being sabotaged.
Here's what I think you need to do. You need to call the court, okay? Because you're still your own attorney. Megan was never appointed to be your attorney. She's basically your backup. So what I would suggest is to call the court, advise them of what you've advised me today, ask them if they can reset a date that works for your schedule, a way that you can actually get to the court, and ask if you can have your sentencing date on a date that you're able to be there. They need you to be there at court for sentencing. That's your obligation.
How am I supposed to get there?
I don't know. You may have to take a taxi or
Sir,
something.
I am 3.5 hours away from Lapeer County. It's impossible.
I understand.
I can't do it. They did this on purpose, and they're getting help from the Secretary of State by sabotaging me, which is a conspiracy. And you keep covering this up.
I have people that fly in from other states for their court dates. Okay,
I can't get anywhere. I can't work. I'm a disabled senior citizen. I can't work. I've got no money. I'm being run into the ground by the Secretary of State, and what you're trying to do is you don't understand, Jacob. Lapeer County committed Social Security fraud for the amount of, if I live to be 90, it'll be $65,000. And
then I think you should, if that is the case, you should contact a civil lawyer to pursue your rights.
I have no time because I'm being bombarded all at the same time. Sir, I can't drive my car, and I haven't been able to drive my car since August 1st. Now listen to the.
I sympathize with your situation, and I know that Megan worked very hard.
You have to understand, Megan is denying me the ongoing mitigating circumstances that are driving. I was a victim of a malicious prosecution. I was out of drinking water for over 5 days, and I was in a medical emergency.
I'm familiar with the facts of the case.
Well, let me ask you, how can I be found guilty if I was in a medical emergency and I was totally delusional, but yet Judge Nolan sentenced me to a 15-year to life felony prosecution when he knew I was in a medical crisis, a medical emergency, and incapable of committing a crime? When you're without water, and I've talked to 2 different doctors, and I've sent no proof of that, you cannot be committed, you cannot be prosecuted of a crime when I was in a crisis, and I was totally delusional because I was out of water for 5 days.
From what I read and from what I recall, you had water in the vehicle with you when the alleged RNO causing injury to place. I agree.
No, I didn't have water in my car. I had an empty jug because I was going to get water. They're lying about that too.
Okay, well,
I'm a victim. Do you understand that? Well, tell me, what has she done? She won't even send me the document. They screwed up. Judge Longman. The reason, Judge,
I understand that you're not unhappy with this outcome. You need to go through the process, file appeals, and go through court.
I've been asking her to send me. I've been asking her to send me that document. Why won't she send it to me? She sent me a small copy.
What document are you looking for? What document?
It's the. I have to look for it. In March, I can't find it. In March.
Do you want the order that said that you cannot call the witnesses you wanted to call and that you wasn't signing the subpoenas and that you couldn't put in your videos? Is that the document?
Yes.
Okay. I've seen the document, and we will send it to you to your email address.
Send me a full copy of it. And what?
Okay, we'll scan it and we'll send it.
And what do you? How am I supposed to?
But
I can't.
Here's what I would appreciate. From you, Mr.
What?
Here's what I would appreciate from you. Okay, because I think that you, me, and Megan all have the same mind. We think that this was an unfair prosecution. I think that the charges were unfair. I think that that officer injured himself and that you shouldn't have been convicted. And I also think that it was pretty low class for the police department to sit outside your home when they knew that you were without water, and they basically waited for you to commit a crime so that they could arrest you. I think that's all true. But what I would appreciate from you is to treat my partner with some respect, because she's the only person that's been in your corner, and she has fought for you, and I've seen how hard she's worked on that case, even though I haven't worked on it. And I can tell you right now that she's treated you with respect from beginning to end, and if you could do that for her, I am sure that she would be more willing to speak with you on the phone.
Jacob, listen to this. The thing that she didn't know, and this, I don't blame her for this at all, because she wasn't. I've been acting as my own attorney for the last 2.5 years, and she's my third court-appointed legal assistant. And what happened is in court, right at the last minute, he took away my right to talk. I wasn't even halfway through page 1 of my opening statement, and he didn't like what I was saying, and he rushed the jurors out of the room and locked me in a room for. He said if I can't talk anymore and I'm not allowed to speak at all.
He wanted there to be more decorum in the courtroom. I think that when you get upset, you start to yell, and people take that.
When somebody accuses falsely of a felony, when I was in a medical crisis and they drag it on for 4 years, they can't respect decorum. I've been a victim, and I'm sick of it. And I'm not gonna. I don't know if I have a warrant for my arrest. I'm not gonna serve any time.
You do.
Yeah, so they're gonna put me in jail.
For your
so if I walk out the door and a cop drives by, he can arrest me. And this is for no crime. And how am I supposed to get justice? You're demanding that I try to get.
You need to pursue what you need to do in order to get justice is you need to show up to your sentencing date, and then you need to appeal the decision. I need to get a response from the Secretary of State, who I filed a complaint, a 118-page document with it's all videos showing that the Secretary of State Judge Brian Longman is a crook, and he's the reason I can't drive. He's the reason. I know.
Now that's a
separate matter.
It's not these are all mitigating circumstances which prove a conspiracy between the. I've made so many complaints, and those 266 evidence videos go all the way up to Governor Gretchen Whitmer. There's somebody in the state of Michigan that's helping Lapeer County sabotage this case.
There's a process for everything that you are.
There is no process, because I've tried it all. That's why
you need to go speak. You need to go speak with a civil lawyer.
How am I supposed to go speak with a civil lawyer? I have no money. I have no money, and
They come to you sometimes. They literally come to you sometimes. And
I have no money. I have no money.
I
have no money. Do you understand? I have no money. I'm stuck.
Get a lawyer that charges you on a contingency fee. They don't charge you a dime. They come to you for everything. They only charge you if they win, and they recover money. That's how that works. There are a lot of indigent people with no money that are able to get a lawyer. There's Mike Morse. There's 1-800-Lawyers. There's Sam Bernstein. You call any of those guys. They don't charge anything unless you win.
When this first happened, I called all of those people, and I couldn't get any response at all. The only thing they wanted were cases about a black person and was abused by government. They didn't want it.
Well, I don't know what their process is.
I'm saying I've done all this. I've done all this. Do you understand? I can't drive. I can't get food. I can't get medical attention. Do you understand? I have to have a heart test, and there's only one hospital, and
I have to get off.
I need help. I need help. You people aren't helping me. I can't get this resolved. Have Megan send me.
We can't help you unless you show up for your court case.
I can't do it. I need help because
then there's going to be warrants until you do.
Judge Nolan knows that the Secretary of State judge is sabotaged my case, and he had a duty to file a complaint against this judge, and instead he's using this judge's malpractice.
Mr. Schwartz,
you're not.
I've given you 20 minutes of my time,
and you still haven't given me an answer. I can't. I have
given you an answer. We're able to help you if you show up to your court case.
I can't get there. I can't get there. You tell me how to get there. There is.
Then you got to call the court
and tell them what,
and see if they'll make other arrangements. Ask them if you can do a Zoom sentence.
That's Megan's job. She works for me. That's what I'm asking her to do.
I will relay that to her, and I'll ask her what she wants.
Yeah, please do that, and get back to me within 24 hours.
I will see what I can do, Mr. Schwartz.
Yeah, please do it, because I can't work.
I think I've been treating you with great respect, and I think I would ask that you do that the same to me and my partner. We're working for you.
Please,
and I'm going to talk to you about it, and I'm going to
put yourself in my place.
Okay.
Jacob, put yourself in my place. You could not work. You could not survive without a vehicle. The Secretary of State sabotage.
Michigan, nobody can survive without a
vehicle.
Well,
I've been doing it since August 1st, sir. I have no way of getting food, medical attention.
I'm going to relay your message to Megan, then I'll call you.
Okay,
back.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.